My mother, we always had college kids that stayed at our house. To begin with, they had married couples because they didn't have any dorms in those days until after the Second World War. And I was so young, I don't really remember some of those people. And I think my mother, and my sister Kay was born in 1938, and I think my mother lost a couple babies. And our sister Kay, I don't know if Morris has ever talked to you about her, but she was a nurse. And when I was at Michigan State, she called me up one day from Detroit Receiving Hospital where she worked. She said, "I'd like to take you out for lunch in East Lansing." I said, "Well, come on, I'll take a free lunch anytime." So while we were eating lunch, I said, "Okay, Kay, how come, what do you got on your mind?" And she said, "Well, Bob, I just joined the Air Force. What do you think of that?" I said, "You know, whatever turns you on, you know, sounds good to me." And she loved it. She was in 11 years. And unfortunately, she had a brain aneurysm requiring an 8-hour operation and on a Tuesday. And by the time my mother and dad and I got out to California, she died on that Friday. And that was very hard on all of us. She died in 1974. And she was a major, and she'd been in only 11 years. She'd been a Wright-Patterson in Dayton, Ohio for 5 years before that. She'd been a nurse in Great Falls, Montana, Anchorage, Alaska, Clark Field in the Philippines during the Vietnam War. She went to Bronson Methodist in Kalamazoo and got her RN degree. And 1959 she graduated. And so her loss was, you know, hard for all of us, especially for Mother and Dad, because they were very close to Kay. My mother lived 3 years after that. My mother was 65 when she died. And then my dad died 3 months later in front of me, grabbing hold of my arm, and had a heart attack and died. And Dad was 68.